what Police Chief Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi posted. He said the cheapest war you think you have is more expensive than the most expensive peace. It is better to Georgia than to war. These are some hours before this investigative journalist released this document. The next hour, he now also posted on Twitter. He says, "He who pulls the trigger to declare a war might not live to see the end of the war. Embrace peace." This is a coded message, and I believe this should be for those that are coming out to protest August 1st to 10th, 2024. So the government is threatening protesters. That is what we can deduce from this post by this police chief. The government is threatening protesters. This guy on Twitter, he calls himself 99% oppressed. We look at that as Pidom Niger, 99% oppressed Pidom Niger. He says protests in Nigeria, people planning the end bad government in Nigeria 2024 protests. Be informed that the Nigerian police is planning something bad for you guys. They said no form of protest must be allowed. He now says, see secret signal below. Please repost massively and re-strategize. I know this post of mine will cause trouble for me, but I know send their papa. Let's look at the document that he released. The confidential document that he released. It is believed to be from Abuja. He says nationwide protest. That is the heading of the document. End bad government in Nigeria 2004. Information reaching mine reveals that some unidentified groups are mobilizing for mass protests nationwide from 1st to 10th August 2004. Find attached handbill for details of their movement. Indian Pope directs. You be proactive, mobilize well-kitted and equipped personnel, synergize with other sister agencies and the military. Take over all strategic points in your area. Deploy undercover for intelligence gathering. Disperse unlawful gathering. Be in heart-to-heart conversation with community stakeholders. No form of protest must be allowed during the period. All personnel, yours, to be on duty and repel any form of attack. Incidents of protest, attacks on police will not be tolerated. Electricity generation, transmission and distribution companies, water corporations and other critical national infrastructure must be protected from disruption and destruction. You are to liaise with the directors of such companies or infrastructures to ensure there is enough men on standby in all command headquarters for immediate deployment. Ensure rendition of CITREP mine on regular interval. Dress code from 31st/07/2004 is camouflage until stand down order is given. Deployment should be before 5 of the 31st/07/2004. That means the eve of the protest. That is 31st of July. There should be deployment of police force to all these strategic areas that is being mentioned in this document. Yes, treat as very important, please. So this is the document that is being exposed by this investigative journalist about the end bad governance in Nigeria. Like I said, when you look at what Prince Olumuyiwa Adejobi posted few hours before this document was released, you understand that the witch cried yesterday night, but the child died in the morning. And there may be a connection to what Prince Olumuyiwa is saying, because nothing just is standing on nothing. There's no smoke without fire. So this man, 99 Oppressed, is advising those that are organizing the end bad protest that they should be aware the Nigerian police force is planning something bad. Yes, this is the government that we have voted. This is the government that we deserve. There's no problem. It will get to everybody. Hand will touch everybody at the appropriate time. That's the more reason why I always talk about the regionalism or balkanization. Because now, if you're going to start any protest, there are people that will bring in tribalism. Already, the country is divided into the north, the southwest, and the southeast, south. There's division ongoing. So, how would such a protest be productive? Even though we had protests, we'll see some people coming out to still defend the government. Take a look at this post by 99 Oppressed, Bidom, Nigeria. You see that all these APC guys, most of the people commenting are from a particular region. When you look at the post, most of the people commenting are from a particular region. Some people will intentionally keep quiet and refuse to speak up at this very point in time. Then when you now try to generalize and say all these people are the same, they will now come out on their keyboard, on their phones, and start typing. Don't generalize. Now it is time for you to speak up against such injustice. If the document is to be through, you need to speak up against such injustice. How would Nigerians not see the Southwest as people that are two-faced? When you look at that post, go through everybody making a post. Very few of the Southwesterners who are already known to stand against the government of APC are the ones posting, but majority are from other tribes. To show you how divided, how a people can be hypocritical to the later. They will tell you, don't bring this protest to Lagos, don't bring it to this side, don't destroy it. When Kenyans all came together, they pushed the government and the government reversed the finance bill. Nobody's looking at something that was destroyed. They went to these MPs' houses, these oppressors. How can you see a slave defending his oppressor? Somebody's oppressing you, so you now tell us, don't let them come and destroy. Lagos properties belongs to the owners of Lagos, the political class in Lagos. The politicians in Lagos own Lagos properties. When you go to the island, you see most of these buildings are owned by politicians. You cannot afford them. You are in your one room, you cannot pay NEPA bill. You are not living a good life. You can't send your children to good schools. You are defending somebody that has oppressed your life, that has stolen from your generations unborn, and you come to Twitter because he's a tribal person. You bring your tribal bigotry and you say, don't come to Lagos, don't do this, don't do that. Nobody is destroying any infrastructure. The oppressors need to be touched so that they can rescind and rethink and do what is right. When you say peaceful protest, African leaders don't listen to peaceful protest. African leaders, they prefer you do peaceful protests and they do nothing. When it becomes so heated, that is when you see them try to do something. Look at Ruto in Kenya. Before he assented to the people, he saw that the people were ready to give up their lives and they were determined. He sent the police and they killed some people. He sent snipers to kill his own people. But he saw the determination of the people never to back down. They started destroying some infrastructure so as to send a message to the oppressor. There's nothing the oppressor has that is of your benefit. There's nothing the oppressor has that is of your benefit. Nobody is dragging anything with anybody. So because of tribalism, tribal bigotry, there cannot be a successful protest. At this point in time, you have demonized a certain tribe and these people have said, we are not going to be part of your protest. We are not going to be part of your protest so that you will not use them. You have played that game. You have played that politics. You have played that propaganda. You have played that media tactic and it has worked for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hunger, starvation, poverty does not know tribe nor religion, nor ethnic or political affiliation. It is going to touch everybody soon. Just look at your government. Tinubu is afraid of a protest. Now, I know. That protest and bad governance, they are afraid because of what is happening in Kenya. They are afraid of what may happen. They are afraid of the outcome. They don't know. They are afraid. They don't know. It could spiral into anything, even violent. And it will affect them. So that's why they are taking all this tactic. They are making sure all these things are put in place to stop people from protesting. They used a Shore who protested, and that protest yielded nothing. They know a protest that will be effective and the one that will be non-effective. So they will do all they can in all their powers to stop people from having an effective protest. They know that this end bad governance, they are not sponsors, because most of the protests we have in Nigeria is being sponsored by these politicians. They know that the end bad governance is not under their control. That is why they are trying to use the police to be heavy on protesters. When you see a protest that is under their control, a protest whereby they can control the narrative, they will not be this harsh. The other time there was a protest against EFCC, and there are video evidences of how EFCC, not only video evidences, experiential evidences. People have experienced EFCC's torture. EFCC has really bastardized the destinies of young people. They go in your house like armed robbers, take your things and leave. And they subject you they frustrate you for no just reason. They intentionally do that. They put allegation upon allegation so that they can take money away from you. A video, if not for that video, the EFCC will have denied what happened. So people were protesting against the EFCC. Now there was a counter protest. They knew that they could contain that one, that EFCC protest. There was a counter protest. But now this one we are looking at now is, it seems they are afraid that it's going to spiral and it will be out of their control. And they know that Nigerians have them in mind. Nigerians are looking for a day they can have the opportunity to pour out their anger on all these politicians. They are known. Their houses are known. Their addresses are known. Their children, their investments are known. So Nigerians are waiting for a day whereby they will have the opportunity. You have protested, called them out on social media. Change, no change. Since 1960, there have been protest upon protest, but it never gets better. And you want to stop people from airing their opinion, and you call this a democracy. And the president in power was a Democrat, in quote. He fought for democracy. He was almost killed because of his fight for democracy. Now they are there. They are disenfranchising people not to come out to protest. My prayer is that at the end of the day, let the police infringe on the rights of people. Let the police take law into their hands so that we can have a real change in Nigeria. So that people can come out in the face of death, in the face of whatever will happen would happen. But the Igbo brothers, your Igbo brothers, are not interested, because you people used your hands to demonize them. At every pot, you fell into the hands of this Yoruba Ronu and these political kashivists. They used your head to demonize a certain tribe that if they had joined the protest, it would be fruitful. Now it is your turn to protest. And look at what the police is wanting to do, as revealed by this investigative journalist. I pray that his life is not in danger, because we love this guy. Most of his revelations are almost 99% accurate and correct. Nigerians, you can see your leaders. You can see people you are supporting, people you are voting for, people you are rooting for, and you think they have you in good interest. None of them wants you to survive. They don't want you to breathe. It is all about them and them and them. If there's a national cake, they'll prefer to take 99% and give Nigerians 1%. They make themselves comfortable. When they get into power, they are richer and richer in billions, while they say Nigeria does not have money. You want to stop you from protesting? Yes, that is good for Nigeria. Then everybody put your heart where will benefit you, where will favor you. If you have an Oduduwa, it will be hard for a premier, if there's a regional system or a leader of government, to tell you that you cannot protest, and all of you are Yoruba, you want to protest. There will be nothing like division. If it's in Igbo land, Igbos are tired, and a fellow Igbo man is telling Igbo not to protest. It will be difficult. If it's in Hausa land, the same thing. That's why Nigeria needs to balkanize, so that people can really, the obstacles will be at least minute, will be regionalized, will be broken into three little parts, so we can tackle it as Igbos, tackle it as Yorubas, tackle it as Hausas. But as we are here, like what EFC did, they went to find some people and brought them together, and we're shouting. A country that is sitting on bigotry and tribalism, that is not united, this government will have its way. It's not a threat. They will have its way. Nigerians are afraid and they don't trust themselves. So this end bad governance, you will look at but let me not say anything. Anything can trigger up anything can happen, because we need to do something. We need to do something so that everybody will start going to their different bus stop, their different homes, to your tent, O Israel. I pray this leads to a country, Oduduwa, Biafra, and Arewa. These men that are being taken care of with taxpayers' monies are the ones that is being sent to destabilize any protest in Nigeria. I believe protest is everyone's right, and the government in power, according to this document and this revelation, wants to stifle the rights of the people, want to truncate the sovereign right of the people to protest. Do you expect Nigerians to still stay back? Well, it is good at this point in time that we know the kind of government that we have today. And every time I do my broadcast, I try to enlighten people. I try to open your eyes that this is an elitist system. There's a higher class that doesn't want the lower class or the poor Nigerian to breathe. Look at what the government is doing, stifling protests. And what he said, that he knows that this document is going to cause trouble for him, but he said he's not concerned. Let's look at reactions. Now, if Nigerians don't kill APC, APC will kill Nigerians. Somebody is saying that the real protests would not need an announcement. You would not need to call on anyone. The big protest is coming and it will spread like wildfire. Announcement would not be needed. Olamilekan says this has always been their strategy, but when they are ready and united, we will overcome all these threats. Kenya is not as populous as Nigeria, but the people were united and the government succumbed. So let's see what happens, how this will pan out. The government is afraid of the people. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is afraid of a protest. That is why you can see all these revelations, all these shenanigans, all these things that are happening. Nobody wants a protest in Nigeria. They are afraid that the NSAS 0.2 might erupt through this protest, because Nigerians are tired of this government. Nigerians are tired. And I believe that, I pray that people go out to protest. And we have a Kenya kind of protest. If the police don't want to be civil and want to take on strategies, when you look at the document, you see the same strategies being deployed during the NSAS is the same strategy they are deploying currently in this proposed protest, End Bad Governance in Nigeria, from the 1st of August to the 10th. The same strategy they are using. Ruto in Kenya wanted to use the same strategy, but because the institutions were not in support of the government, the army, the judiciary were not in support, were not accomplices of the government. That's why we have a Kenya protest that succeeded. But now we have in Nigeria, this is just state capture. All institutions are pandering to the will of the ruling class, the government, the oppressors. The judiciary is under the control of the oppressors. The judiciary is under, the legislature is under the control of the oppressors. The army, police, military officers, all the security agencies under the control of the oppressors. The people have nothing else to gain. The people have nothing else to fall back to. We are all endangered species under this current setting. Like I said, this setting does not favor the ordinary Nigerian. The last time the AGN, Attorney General of the Federation, said that the judiciary now is the last hope of the rich, not the common man. So the common man has nothing. So I pity people who are defending these people that are in power, especially this APC government. I pity people that defend them. I pity their children. I pity their generations unborn, because this is the kind of thing you experience. They want you to suffer. They want you to gnash your teeth. They don't want you to protest. They want to continue in their opulence lifestyle. They want to spend state funds. They want to do all manner of things, atrocities, corruption, criminality, and they don't want the people to protest. They want to gag you, and gag you in whatsoever way. They have come together as an occultic organization. They have cooperated. They are ganging up with the military. They are ganging up with the legislature. They are ganging up with the judiciary to make sure that you become impoverished. But until Nigerians are ready, we can identify those that are pulling off these strings. We know them. From 1999, we know them. We know the people that have impoverished Nigerians. But I believe that oppression will not last forever. There will be a time that people will rise up to the occasion. But now, I see Nigerians are afraid to come out to protest. Nigerians don't have ideology. They don't think they can give their lives for anything. They believe that let them continue to live like slaves that they are. Let them continue to suffer like slaves that they are. Like what David Hundeyin says, that the slave trade has not stopped in Nigeria. People are still playing those politics, slave politics in Nigeria. So I wish everybody well that is going for the end bad governance. Remember, people from the southeast are saying that they are not going to join any protest because the Igbo man is always the target when you have such protests. So let Nigerians that are tired of the country go and protest. We have sown so much discord against these people come from the southeast, and we expect them to join. No, everybody's watching, and let's see how this all pans out.